Now, you're probably wondering, what even? Like, what is this video even supposed to be? At least you should be reading the title. But what this video is about is I'm going to teach you how to get wealthy. Not just rich, not just a bunch of money, but how to be wealthy. And this will be the first time in your life that you've actually been told the truth. I can guarantee that you have never been told this technique before. All of these COD channels telling you to buy ETFs, max out your 401, are just lying to you, bro. All of these twink talkers trying to sell you a course that teach you how to buy low and sell high. And that's about it, because realistically, they only got to where they are because their dad owned a finance company. And all of these military guru types like David Gaggins, Jocko Willink, telling you to eat a box of nails at 4 a.m. or run in a circle for 26 days straight, thinking that's how you develop discipline or something, and it's not just a total waste of your time. No, I am going to tell you how to actually get wealthy. So the first thing you need to understand is what's happening to you. All of this hustle culture, whatever you want to call it, what it's telling you is to become the strongest slave on the plantation. When you're working 80 hours a week and grinding, all you're doing is you're just generating value for people around you. Your boss gets another yacht and leeches off the tax system, get some of your wealth. And you can keep the little crumbs that you've made. And this is how the system was designed. It was designed for you to just be a little cattle. Now, how this system actually works is the rich keep getting richer in the United States because every major part of the economic system rewards ownership, while the middle class are trapped in a structure built around undervalued labor, necessary debt, and inflation. Wealth grows fastest through assets because these appreciate far faster than wages, meaning the people who already own assets, like the top percent, see their wealth compound exponentially, while ordinary people fall behind. Inflation accelerates this divide as the cost of essentials rises and wages fail to keep up. So the average person is losing purchasing power at the exact moment the wealthy see their assets inflate in value. When the Federal Reserve prints money, nearly all of it flows into the financial markets rather than into people's paychecks, causing massive increases in stock prices and corporate valuations, all of which overwhelmingly benefit the already rich because these are the things that they actually own. Meanwhile, middle-class Americans keep their wealth mostly in cash, which loses value every year in an inflationary economy. This debt widens the gap even further. The average person borrows to survive, paying high interest on necessities like mortgages, car loans, and student debt, while the wealthy borrow cheaply to buy even more assets. This inflation also quietly eats away at the real cost of their debt while increasing the value of what they have purchased. At the same time, wages in America have barely increased in real terms since the 1970s, when as worker productivity and corporate profits exploded, meaning workers produce more while earning less relative to the value they create. The one way that the middle class can actually obtain equity too is now under attack. Now that housing has transformed into a battleground, with investors like Blackstone and hedge funds buying entire neighborhoods, pushing home prices out of reach, and forcing people to start renting apartments. The rent of these apartments have been increasing so much that now some mortgages are more favorable than renting prices in same neighborhoods. Education and healthcare, once affordable, have become extremely expensive, creating debt traps that prevent upward mobility. Tax laws also strongly favor the wealthy by taxing investment gains at lower rates than labor income, allowing business owners to write off expenses and losses that ordinary workers just simply can't. And because wealth compounds, obviously growing faster the more of it you already have, the rich benefit from a snowball effect that becomes impossible for the poor to catch up with. So, while you are working hard and grinding, you're actually losing value, and the people above you that you're generating value for are becoming exceedingly rich. So now you're probably wondering, how do you even beat the system? Well, you don't. You simply join it. See, This is where people get stuck. They try to fight this system that was designed by people who are extremely smart, they're extremely rich, and are way more connected than them. This system is unbeatable. It is the most effective market we have ever seen in the world, more effective than any sort of command economy or feudal system. So, the logical move here is to stop resisting and start learning. You don't escape by being the strongest worker. You escape by adopting the same strategies that the 1% use. Now, how do you even become the 1%? As we discussed, you're in a rat trap that is designed to stomp you out. Well, it's simple.
Have sex with children and kill them.
That's right. I mean, did you really think that Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Jeffrey the Goat got rich waking up at 4 a.m. and putting like needles in their heads and eating a box of nails at 4 a.m.? I mean, do you even think that they worked at all for where they're at now?
For a moment, anyway.
One, most of them were just born in that position. And two, the way you actually get into those social circles, those real aristocratic, like controlling everything social circles, you gotta worship Yahweh. That's right. Now, what you do, right, is when you make your sacrifices, they're going to be to Moloch. Everybody knows that. But now this is a mistake that all newbies make, is that your first sacrifice needs to be to Yahweh. Now, the reason is because Yahweh's the GOAT, right? Like, Yahweh Gorid, all right? So you need to prioritize Yahweh over Moloch. If not, you're just not getting into Mossad, little bro. You're not getting up there. You're not going to be in that 1%. You're not making it anywhere if you make some noob mistake like that. I mean, that's embarrassing. I mean, could you imagine going to your first, like, Diddy party and be like, yeah, I made my first sacrifice to Moloch. Like, cringe. Okay, so first sacrifice is to Yahweh, the GOAT, okay? Then you make your sacrifices to Moloch. Then you can go to Hollywood. You can go to all those parties, the Moloch parties, Bohemian Grove too. But first, Yahweh, okay? So, once you do that, once you get into those circles, you get your invite from Mossad. You know, they're going to give you a phone call. It's like, hey, what's up? It's Mossad. We saw you sacrificing children, and we wanted to hit you up. We kind of fuck with your vibe, you know, all that shit. Then you can get in those circles. But in order to maintain those circles and not to fall in placement, you need to hack that Moloch algorithm. You know, the Moloch algorithm really favors, you know, certain things, you know, like some young, like some, like some tight, you know, so make sure to stay on top of that Moloch algorithm so you can really get yourself out there. And try not to fanboy, you know, when you go to Bohemian Grove for the first time, you know, you're going to see Obama, you're going to see the Clintons, like, and you're going to want to say, don't do that, okay? Be chill. Play it cool, bro. Okay, read the room, get the vibe, right? You're a newbie. They don't really want to mess with you, so you kind of got to like slowly work your way up, okay? So just be cool. Just be cool, bro. Okay? So once you're in though, then you can start doing kind of like whatever you want, you know? If you want to get into like finances, if you want to get into media, you know, run for office, like whatever you want to do, I mean, you're just going to be able to do it, right? They got your back. You're in the circle now. They'll get you whatever you want, all right? But you got to make sure to stick in that algorithm, bro. Okay? You don't want to get lazy. I mean, now that you have it all, you're going to want to get lazy, right? You'll just atrophy. But do not get lazy, bro. Trust me. Because if you get lazy, you're not going to win that re-election. You're not going to get that new movie. You're not going to get that role that you really want. Okay, your returns on your investment, they're going to drop. All right, your ROI is going to go down. Okay, so you got to stay in that algorithm. Okay, networking also helps, bro. You got to network, you know. You got to hit up Bill. You got to hit up Hillary. You got to hit up all the goats. Okay, Diddy. John F. Kennedy in Cuba. Yeah, listen. You just got to hit up the goats. You got to network once you're kind of in that algorithm space, okay? And once you maintain your position, you're just set, okay? You've got it. You're set. You're in the field. And that's all you need to know. Okay. It's all about grinding and hustling. Okay. This is like horseshoe theory. Think about it. It's all about grinding. It's all about hustling. Just not the way you think. Okay. Not running in circles for like 5 days straight. Not eating a box of nails at 4 a.m. It's about sacrificing children to an owl god, bro. That's how you grind. That's how you hustle. That's how you stay in the algorithm. That's how you escape the matrix, bro. You just gotta make those sacrifices. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk.